Hey guys, welcome to the You Are Unstoppable channel. Today I want to talk about if you ever struggle with feeling bad about yourself. Maybe someone said something or did something and it made you feel bad about yourself, or maybe you've got some storyline going on in your head and you're beating yourself up or feeling bad. And when this happens, it's usually followed up by blaming another person or blaming a situation, or you might even go in the opposite direction and posture and start defending ourselves or attacking the other person. And in the end, none of that makes us feel any better. Maybe for the moment, on the surface, it might seem like we're feeling better, but deep down, we're still sitting in the same place of feeling bad. And so I remember when someone I really cared about said something to me that really upset me. It upset me a lot, and it was a snide comment on how I did something that he disagreed with. And actually, it was something that he had no experience with, yet he was still negatively commenting on my handling of the situation. So it was not only hurtful to me, but it made me feel bad about myself. And this is something that happens a lot to all of us. And so I want to talk about how we can stop getting trapped in these feelings, because this stuff happens all the time. It happens in relationships, it happens in work situations, it even happens within our own minds, like the conversations that we have with ourselves. And we start feeling like we don't measure up in some way. So this is something that happens even from ourselves. So in these instances, typically this happens, we feel bad for one or two reasons. And the first one is that deep down on some level that we might not even notice consciously, that there's some truth in what was said, and we're already feeling bad about ourselves in some way, and that's why we can get triggered, and that's why we can get upset. But the second reason is that we may feel like whatever is being said, whatever is being implied, is completely not true in our view, and that's what's upsetting us. So we feel like we've been completely misunderstood or wronged in some way, because whatever this person is saying, in our minds, it's like it's outright wrong. So we start feeling like we need to defend ourselves or feel bad. We may even begin to attack the other person for having the audacity to imply such a thing to us. So anyway, here's the thing that I've realized in my life, and that is that no one can make me feel bad about myself but me. And it's the same thing for you. You are the only person who can make yourself feel bad. Because if someone does something that makes you feel bad about yourself in some way, the only real reason you're feeling this way is because you've bought into what they've said, and you've made an agreement with it on some level. Even if you think they're wrong, you feel bad because you've accepted it in some way and said, okay, yes, I will allow that comment to hurt me or anger me, or whatever other negative emotion is being produced in you. And that's the agreement you made. The minute you started feeling bad, that is the agreement you made. Otherwise, it would just be a comment that someone made. And when you see it for what it is, just a comment that someone made, then you make no agreement with it. You give it no relevance or meaning to you or your life. So the way to handle these situations is really twofold. If it's something genuinely that hurt you, then you can address that. You don't need to let people walk all over you. This channel is about empowerment. So you can make it clear either by stating what they said was hurtful, not from a place of needing to defend yourself or attack them, but simply as a statement of position. And if there's some truth to what they're saying, then, that you might feel, then maybe you might want to look at yourself from a healthy standpoint and ask yourself, is this something I need to work on from a place of power? Not from a place of shaming yourself, not a place of beating yourself up, but from a place of growth. And I think the second thing is to realize that your choice, it's really your choice to continue to be hurt when you get attacked or feel like you're getting attacked. It's your choice to buy into what they're selling. And if you don't buy into that, then you just get to choose. I'm not buying that anymore. So you can make any agreement you want. And if you make the agreement with yourself, I mean, maybe you can make the agreement that, hey, they're an idiot and they don't know what they're talking about. So when you do something like that, it just rolls off your shoulders. You realize this person has no idea what they're talking about, and I don't need to explain or defend myself to you. You know, I know who I am. So that's what you really want to do. And I know this is easy to say now, but in the moment it's hard because emotions are flying all over the place. But if we start to become consciously aware of this ahead of time, and if we can start to catch ourselves in the moment, the more we can do that, the more effective we get at it. You know, then, you know, just, we don't have to defend ourselves. We don't have to feel bad about ourselves. We don't have to attack the other person. That's when you know you have true power, is when you feel in charge and you don't need to defend or attack or say anything. You can just, you know, chuckle and walk away and just remember how ridiculous people can be. And the truth is, people are usually acting out of their own fears anyway. So I think let's just stop agreeing to take part in anything that doesn't bring growth and love and empowerment to ourselves. And I think that's a good question to ask yourself next time you start to feel bad about yourself, is just, or a situation, just ask yourself if it's bringing those things. So anyway, I hope this helps, guys. You don't have to make these agreements anymore. You can just agree to know who you are and stand in a place of power. So for more tips on shifting your mindset, go to my website, youareunstoppable.net. And remember, you are unstoppable.